We've got a small slate on a Wednesday card, but that does not mean there's no value to be had. Let's dive right in. What's up, sports fans? My name is Chris. Welcome back to Game Day Wagers, and thank you for watching Wednesday's episode of the Game Day Grind. Today is Wednesday, October 15, and in today's video, we have a rather small slate to break down, but that does not mean we haven't found value. With plenty of juicy plus money prices littered across the board, we're going to be breaking down the full slate from the Blue Jays taking on the Mariners in the ALCS Game 3. We've got a couple of college football bets coming your way, as well as a new segment in the NHL called the Chemistry Lab. Before we get into tonight's action, though, a little bit of a recap from yesterday. We did go 3-2 for plus 1 unit, which is good. My promise to you came through. We did turn a profit, so let's continue it the rest of the week. If you guys are enjoying the content, please like the video. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. And if you guys are new around here, please hit the subscribe button. We're pumping out some great content on a daily basis. The return of the NBA season is right around the corner. I'm excited for our new segment there. And we're going to make some money on the hardwood all season long. Now, without further ado, here are tonight's best bets. We are going to kick things off on the diamond, the marquee game of the day, the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Seattle Mariners in Game 3 of their American League Championship Series. Look, there's no denying the first two games of this series could not have gone any worse for the Toronto Blue Jays. They were listless at the plate in Game 1, and the pitching issues, screwed them over in Game 2. But if there's one thing I learned from watching this team from the duration of the 162-game regular season, is that they were resilient and they will not go down without a fight. With the scene shifting to Seattle in a must-win game for the Jays, I think we're getting a good price here to take a chance on them on the money line at plus 115. If you look at the starting pitching matchup, Shane Bieber has started to come around in a big way for the Toronto Blue Jays, giving up 2 or fewer runs in each of his last 4 starts, and he'll need to go deep in this one to limit any exposure to the Toronto bullpen. Thankfully for them, T-Mobile Park is definitely more of a pitcher-friendly ballpark than the Rogers Center is. On the flip side, you got George Kirby. He's been solid for the Mariners, but the Jays got to him pretty good when they last met back in July. For Toronto, I believe playing at home in the ALCS, the pressure was squarely on their shoulders. The expectations was far too great for them to handle, and they felt the pinch in a big way. Now, everyone's basically counting them out, but I expect them to put forth their best performance of the season, so I have no issues going down with the sinking ship here. Give me the Blue Jays here in a desperate must-win game on the money line at plus 115. From the diamond, we're going to the gridiron. We're talking Conference USA. Delaware taking on Jacksonville State. Look, they say the style makes the fight, and this game certainly fits the bill. Delaware's a pass-happy team taking on Jacksonville State's run-first mentality. Both teams on the season are north of 420 yards per game, but get there in very different ways. For the Blue Hens, they average 271.8 passing yards per game, with Nick Minicucci leading the way under center. They got 4 receivers with over 160 yards of receiving, but I truly believe the Gamecocks secondary has the ability to contain them in a big way. Jacksonville State is much better against the pass than they are against the run, which is a green flag for me when playing against Delaware. On offense for the Gamecocks, this is the 3rd best rushing attack in the country, churning out 280 yards per game. They're efficient on third down, just over 42% conversion rate, and they get to take on a Delaware defense that gives up over 155 rushing yards per contest. In a battle of contrasting styles, I've got to go with the team that can run the ball effectively, and that's Jacksonville State. And to boot, we're getting them on their home field. Give me the Gamecocks plus 3 points at minus 115. Next up, we're talking about UTEP taking on Sam Houston. And you hear a lot about a game that only a better could love, and by God, this is that game. UTEP is 1-5 on the season. They take on an 0-6 Sam Houston team in a battle of which team sucks less, and luckily for you, I'm here to tell you which one that is. If you look at this from an objective perspective, both teams leave plenty to be desired on both sides of the football, but I'm going to tell you exactly where this game is going to be won. It's going to be won with UTEP's passing attack going up against Sam Houston's Swiss cheese secondary. The Miners' passing offense sits 80th in the country in terms of passing yards per game at 207.2 yards per contest. While that's nothing to write home about, they do get to face the worst pass defense in the country. Sam Houston ranks 130th out of 130 teams in the country. I do believe UTEP is going to be able to shred this defense to bits. Sam Houston is giving up 273 yards through the air, which is dead last in the nation, as I mentioned. They're allowing a conversion rate of 50% on third downs on defense, and simply put, they cannot stop a nosebleed. If, and this is a big if the Miners can get the ball moving through the air, I don't think this game is going to be as close as the point spread would indicate. I'm not going to put my hard-earned money or your hard-earned money at that on the worst defense in the country. Take the UTEP Miners minus 2.5 points, minus 115. From the gridiron, we go to the ice, and it's time for our brand new segment called the Chemistry Lab. This is where we dive into player props, specifically line mate point stacks, and with the short NHL slate for Wednesday's card, I just feel like this is the right time to bust it out. To kick things off, we were talking Ottawa taking on Buffalo. We're going to go with the stack of Tage Thompson, Alex Tuch, each to record a point at plus 153. I think this is a great matchup against an Ottawa side that it lost their captain in Brady Tkachuk. That's a good checker on the top unit. This is an Ottawa side that is second last in goals allowed per game and ranks 29th on the penalty kill at just 64% kill rate. With Tuch and Thompson getting PP one time, I think there's going to be plenty of opportunity in a game. I do lean toward Buffalo to win this contest. So at plus 153, Tuch and Thompson to record a point. That's locked in. Next up, we're talking the Florida Panthers taking on the Detroit Red Wings. We're going to go with Anton Lundell and Sam Reinhart, each to record a point at plus 171. Both players have points in 2 straight games for the Florida Panthers. They get power play time, and Detroit is giving up over 3 goals a game. The Panthers are coming off a 5-2 loss against the Philadelphia Flyers, so I do expect a better all-around performance from this unit, a veteran-led unit. And they've got a good head-to-head matchup against a Detroit second line that consists of Patrick Kane, an older player, and Alex DeBrincat, who is not sound defensively. I'm going to take Anton Lundell and Reinhart each to record a point at a nice plus 171 price. Finally, we're talking Chicago taking on St. Louis. We're going to go with Rob Thomas and Pavel Buchnevich each to record a point at plus 122. I love this matchup for this top unit. Both players get power play one time as well. They're up against a Chicago side that takes 17 minutes of penalties per game, which is dead last in the NHL. I believe there's going to be a ton of opportunity on home ice for the St. Louis team to thrive, especially this top line. And we got plenty of upside here against a poor defensive Chicago side. Take Thomas and Buchnevich each to record a point at plus 122. That wraps up today's episode of the Game Day Grind. Thank you guys so much for watching. Just a quick recap of our bets. Blue Jays money line, we're taking UTEP minus 2.5. We're taking Jacksonville State plus 3. We're taking Rob Thomas and Pavel Buchnevich each to record a point. We're taking Anton Lundell and Sam Reinhart each to record a point. And we're taking Tage Thompson and Alex Tuch each to record a point. We've got 6 plays, and I believe we're definitely going to turn a profit here tonight. If you guys are enjoying the content, don't forget to like the video before you leave. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys are new around here. We're pumping out great content on a daily basis. We'll catch you all same time, same place tomorrow, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the Game Day Wagers YouTube channel. As always, keep grinding and good luck.